team, I wanted to do a video about what I do daily to work my business. So your income producing activities. First thing I want to suggest is that you make a list. I started with a paper list, but I actually found that I wanted it electronic. So that way if I was out, working my business away from my binder and as I did things, I was able to mark them off. So highly suggest making a list, whether or not it be paper or electronic. So I just want to go through the things that I do every day. Some of these I do every day. Some of these I do them during the weekday. So the first thing on my list is huge, watching videos. That is how I have learned almost everything about Plexus. So I watch a video Monday through Friday. I watch them while I'm getting ready in the morning or listen to them while I'm getting ready. It's just a perfect opportunity for me to be able to get one of the things done for my Plexus business while I'm doing something that I have to already do. Sometimes I'll listen to them in the car as well. I'm in the car, I'm going to be listening to radio, might as well be listening to something to help my business. Listen to videos about the business, testimonies about the products, just anything that I can get a hold of that will help me be better at what I'm doing. So I do that Monday through Friday. Sometimes if they are longer, then I'll split them up between a couple days, but always try to get at least 5 videos in a week. Next thing, I Monday through Friday contact 2 new people a day. So I am contacting at least 10 new people a week. Sometimes more if I, happen to think of somebody on the weekend or, I'm scrolling Facebook and see someone post something. I'm like, oh, you know what? They could really benefit from Plexus by that post. So I'll contact them. But so I do what they call cold messaging, at least 2 people a day. And I have done a previous video called Plexus Cold Messaging that if you want to look at that of kind of how I do that, but I contact 2 new people a day. I follow up with potentials. So, those cold messages that I send, ultimately I hope that they respond, we're going back and forth, they buy, become an ambassador, but sometimes people don't respond. Sometimes it takes more than me contacting them once. Sometimes I kind of think sometimes I contact people and then they start watching me a little bit closer. And then the second contact, I get a response because maybe they're like, oh, I should pay attention to what she's saying. So my potentials, I follow up Monday through Friday, the same thing. I follow up with potentials. I don't have a set number that I follow up with every day because I actually have a blank calendar that I print off at the beginning of the month, and I go through my potential binder, people that I have cold contacted or have contacted me but have not yet bought on the first of the month, and I make my calendar for the month. Who do I need to follow up with? So, I've sent a cold message. And I'm one that if I send a cold message, I don't go back and send another one the next week. I usually wait a week or 6 weeks, send a second one, still no response, maybe 2 or 3 months, still no response, maybe like 6 months. So at the beginning of the month, I take my blank calendar, I take my binder of people who I have contacted but haven't yet bought, or people who have maybe started a conversation with me but haven't yet bought, and I make my calendar of who I'm going to follow up with during the month. I have made a video about this called contacting and following up. So kind of how that calendar and binder system works. So you might want to watch that. So follow up with potentials. So I'm making my new contacts every day and I'm following up with potentials every day, Monday through Friday. Then my customers and ambassadors. I do this every day of the week. I have a binder that I have divided out 1 through 31, so for every day of the month. And my customers ambassadors have sheets in there, and every day when I turn to whatever the date is, there are sheets in there depending on who I need to contact. So I follow up, I check on, I send videos to my current customers and my current ambassadors. I want to make sure I'm providing good support for my customers and for my ambassadors. So if you haven't watched my video on my binder organization, I highly recommend that because that is what I'm talking about for my customers and my ambassadors. I would not be able to keep track of who's taking what, or who's had to decrease dosage and I need to check on them, or who's adding something so I need to make sure that I send them directions without my binder. So every single day I am following up with my current customers and ambassadors using that system of the 1 through 31. And so that is my customers, That is my potentials, and that is my new. So, I'm constantly getting the word out about Plexus, following up with people, and then following up with people who are on my team or customers of mine. Let's see, what's next? Something I started doing when we were having issues with the back office is that I check my customer orders that should go out each day. And this has actually gotten much easier because when we were having problems with our back office, sometimes orders weren't going out and it would be like 7 or 10 days later and somebody would contact me and be like, I didn't get my stuff. And I go in and look and something happened to their order. Well, then they're without product and we got to get it ordered and got to get it to them. So I just put this into my daily activities. So on the first of the month, I just make a sheet of paper with 1 through 31. I go to my back office, to my customer reports, and I go and look when customers' orders will be going for the month. I just make a list. So on the first should be Jessica, and the second should be Bob and Tom. On the third should be whoever. So then on the first, at some point during the day, I say, oh, Jessica's order should have shipped. Did I get an email saying it did? Because we now get emails when customer orders go out. So, oh yeah, I got an email, Jessica's order shipped. Okay, on the second I had Bob and Tom. Oh, I only got an email from Bob. What happened to Tom's? Well, then I can go my backup order and look to see, did he change the date? Did he cancel it? Or is it stuck? Sometimes people will get a new credit card with a new number or a new expiration or CVV code, and they haven't updated that and that order's stuck. Well, if I don't, contact them, they do get an email from customer service, but sometimes people don't understand or know what to do. But if I don't contact them, then that order's not going to go out and they're going to run out of product. So that is what I do. I have a list of whose orders should be going out when, and every day I just check, whose order should have went out, check my email, make sure that it went out. If not, figure out why and contact them. So checking orders. Then posting on Facebook. So every day I post 1 to 2 times a day about Plexus. And I actually most of the time schedule my posts using an app or website called Every Post. So I make sure that I'm posting about Plexus, but then I'm also posting personally. So if I do 2 Plexus posts a day, I do 2 personal posts a day. I usually do those live myself, but I do sometimes use Buffer to schedule my personal post out. So I kind of use 2 different apps. I use the Every Post for my Plexus one and Buffer for my personal one. Just helps me keep things separate so I can look at timing. So I'm not like, having a personal post come on top of a Plexus post. But I am posting every single day. It is so, so important that you are posting about Plexus every single day. I have a video called Facebook Posting Tips that will help you with that if you haven't watched that. But it's very, very important that you post every single day, Plexus and personal, because you want to still have a life. You don't want people to be like, all she ever posts about is Plexus. Still want to post personal. So while we're on Facebook, a few other things that I do. I wish people happy birthday every single day. That's an easy thing to do, but why is this important? The more that you interact on Facebook, the more that your posts are going to show up in people's feeds. So it's crazy. I don't really understand how that works. But the more that you are posting on people's walls, on their pictures, on their post, the more that your stuff's going to not only show up in their feed, but other people's feed. So an easy thing I do is I make sure I wish everybody a happy birthday that's their birthday. Easy thing to do. And then, like I said, as I'm scrolling Facebook throughout the day, I make sure to comment on people's pictures, on posts. It's not like I comment on everybody's post, everybody's picture, but I try to do here or there. If somebody's post shows up in my feed that I haven't seen for a long time, I try to for sure like or comment because something's happening and I'm not seeing their post all the time, so I need to start interacting with them more. So very, very important to interact on Facebook. I know a lot of people say, don't waste too much time on Facebook. Make sure you're working your business. Totally agree. But I think spending some time scrolling, liking, posting is very important for your business because it gets your Plexus post that you are posting out there. Let's see. Oh, something else that I do when I'm on Facebook. I always go and look at the day before's Plexus post that I have posted. So I go to my wall and I look at, okay, I posted these 2 things yesterday. Who liked or commented on those posts? Because I need to make sure that I'm following up with them. Because if they liked or they commented, they're interested. So if it's someone who I have never reached out to, I am sending them a message. Hey, thanks so much for liking my post. I really appreciate the support. Have you heard of Plexus before? Or, if they're commenting on gut health, what do you know about gut health? Oh my gosh, I can't believe how my gut health has, been improved by Plexus. So I go and look at my post from the day before. Anybody who's liked or commented that has not before, I've not been in contact with them, I'm sending them a message. So very important. And I'm making note that I'm sending them a message in my follow-up binder so I can follow with them later. So important, follow-up. What else here? And then, since I have a team page, every single day I am trying to post something on my team page. So many of you won't have team pages yet, but something to keep in mind of when you do is making sure that you are posting on that team page daily so that you're helping your team learn, whether it be a video, whether it be about a product, whether it be about an article, maybe a suggestion for how to follow up or how to do a cold contact. So that's just something to kind of keep in the back when you do get a team page, because I know you will have one because your team's going to grow. So daily, this is what I do. I watch Facebook videos. I watch videos to help my business. I contact 2 new people a day. I follow up with potentials that have not yet bought, but that I've been contacting or they've contacted me. I'm contacting my customers and ambassadors to see how things are going. I am checking that orders have shipped so everybody's getting their stuff. I am interacting on Facebook with people's posts and pictures and wishing them happy birthday. I am posting on Facebook, not just Plexus, but also personal. And I am checking to see who liked or commented on my Plexus post from the day before so I can follow up with them. And then on my team page. So that's what I'm doing every single day. It may seem like a lot, but I do it just in the nooks and crannies of my day. That's why I like having the list on my phone. I'm going for a walk in the morning. I can, contact 2 new people. I can look at my post from the day before to see who commented and who I need to contact. That's 2 of my things done just on my walk in the morning. I'm sitting waiting for my daughter at viola lessons. I can grab out my binder and follow up with some customers, or grab out my potential binder and follow up with some people who have not yet bought. Wishing happy birthday. Usually in the morning, the first thing I do after my alarm goes off, I pick up my phone. I'm scrolling Facebook anyway, so I pop down and wish everybody a happy birthday. Okay, it's all about just working these things into the nooks and crannies of your day. That's why if you have the list on your phone, I really like, then as I do them, I just mark them off. Ready to go. So I hardly ever sit down and do all these things at one time. I have a couple times kind of tried to figure out how long it takes me to do all of this, and probably an hour a day. It depends on how many customers I have to follow up with or what issues I'm dealing with that, or if I'm helping an ambassador research things, then it could be more. If I have somebody new who's wanting information about a health struggle I don't have any research on, I'll spend some more time. But it's really about just working it into the nooks and crannies of your day. But making a list and saying you're going to do it every day. These things are on my list, and I don't go to bed until they're done. So, oh, I'm tired, I haven't watched a video, but I didn't watch it in the morning. Okay, find a 3-minute video and watch it. You haven't contacted 2 new people, scroll through your Facebook contacts and say, oh, I haven't contacted them and them, let me send them a quick message. Just do it, because I promise you, you will see growth if you do these things every single day. So if you have any questions, let me know. I referenced several other videos that I've kind of done along the way that I highly suggest you watching that kind of specifically help you with Facebook posting and getting organized and follow-ups and things like that. So, but let me know what I can do for you. Thanks.